with Wendy's Tips for a Healthy Life, Part 3. Hello. All right, the last day, although I might send you guys an extra bonus video if I get it done. First day, we talked about not only getting out of the diet mentality, but finding your why and your purpose and where your desire is, and if it's the right timing too. And then yesterday, we talked about healthy physical habits, making sure you're getting enough sleep and stress reduction and all of that good stuff. So today, I want to focus on a mindful habit. It's so important. And I think, honestly, if you can get this habit under control, you can pretty much conquer any habit, and I'll tell you why. We're going to talk about shame today, self-shame. If you can think back way back when you were a little baby and you were unhappy, what happened? Mama popped a bottle in your mouth, right? And you got happy. And it became this cycle. It started all the way back when, for me, 51 years ago. Sad, food, happy. Sad, food, happy, right? And it became what we call this habit loop. And then after a time, we started associating lots of things with food. For example, we would get angry, and that would be an uncomfortable feeling. And so we remember, oh, food makes me happy. Anger, food, happy. Maybe we were sad, food, happy. Stress, food, happy. Even boredom, food, happy. And even happiness, food, happy. Sometimes happiness can be an uncomfortable feeling too. So we started associating food with feeling better, and we started using that. Well, what happened with some of us, me included, is that joy, that happiness became so awesome that we wanted more of it. And so we started indulging. So it became uncomfortable, sad, whatever you want to call it, food, indulgence. Sad, food, indulgence. And then along with that indulgence comes this other thing called shame or guilt. Sad, food, indulgence, shame. Sad, food, indulgence, shame. Does that sound familiar? I'm telling you, it's true. I lived it for a long time with that guilt. And so that becomes its own habit cycle. We get into this cycle of indulging, and then we feel guilty and we feel bad about ourselves and we beat ourselves up, right? Well, sometimes, like in day one, when we talked about sometimes it not being the right time to conquer that indulgence addiction that we have, sometimes it's just rough. We need to be kinder to ourselves. And here is why. Well, there's lots of reasons why. But one big reason is if we can remove the shame out of that habit loop, the brain kind of goes, whoa, what is going on? She doesn't hate herself right now. And it makes it easier then to start working on the indulgence part, because the brain, it's really smart and it has these habit loops, but at the same time, it's kind of easy to trick. And so one way that you can do it is just by faking it. You fake it at first, and I promise you, eventually it becomes real. And so if you can come up with some kind of statement or mantra or celebration, whatever you want to call it, to stick into that part of the cycle that is normally shame, it's going to mess all that stuff up, and it's going to make everything else just that much easier. And then even if you do indulge or you have a time when you need that, you're not going to beat yourself up over it, and it feels so good and it's so empowering. Am I a perfect eater? No. Is anyone a perfect eater? No. Even my husband, who is this big and 8% body fat, even he likes to unwind sometimes with a bowl of ice cream. Only he doesn't ever feel guilty about it. Why do we feel guilty about it? I mean, this habit loop goes all the way back to the time we were born. Why should we feel guilty? Why should we feel ashamed? I'll tell you what, we shouldn't. We should not feel ashamed, and we definitely should not hate ourselves for it. And so instead of sad, food, happy, or sad, food, indulgence, shame, how about if we go sad, food, indulgence, love, or self-respect, or self-kindness? So I came up with this mantra, and I don't even know how it happened. It was just kind of natural. That instead of saying, damn, Wendy, you suck, you're so fat, your belly's going to hang over your belt, I started saying, whoop, that was normal of me. So when I would indulge, because we all do it sometimes, instead of beating myself up, I say, that's normal of me. And so it goes sad or whatever, sad, sad, oh my gosh, I'm losing my mind. Sad food indulgence. That's normal of me. That's what it is. Sad food indulgence. That's normal of me. So come up with some kind of mantra. Maybe it's I give myself grace. I have a friend, that's what she picked. So sad food indulgence. Oh, that's what it is. Sorry, I'm getting so old. Sad food indulgence. I give myself grace. Sad food indulgence. I love myself. Sad food indulgence. I'm good just the way I am. Sad food indulgence. I am enough. Whatever you want to use, just come up with one so that you can remember it. And at first, it's going to be sad food indulgence, shame. Oh, I remember. No shame. I am enough. Sad food indulgence, shame for just a second. I am enough. And pretty soon, that shame is going to be gone, and that's going to become the habit loop. Man, sometimes I use a lot of words to explain something really simple. Anyways, you get my drift, right? So come up with your mantra, and I want you guys to email me. I want you to email me, and I want you to tell me exactly what your mantra is. And I'm going to hold you to it. I want you to remember it, post it somewhere, make it pretty, put it on a wall, and remember, anytime that shame hits, say, oh, that's not part of my habit loop anymore. I am enough, or that's normal of me, or I'm amazing. Because guess what? You are. You are amazing, and you are enough. Don't beat yourself up anymore because you are doing so much better than you think you are. I seriously love you, and I am so privileged and so grateful to be able to be a part of your journey. So thank you, and don't forget to email me your mantra. This is the end.